I am working on grinding up. I'm gonna try. I have you on my side. I know I shouldn't not do that, right? So I am trying to find a place to put you without. Okay, yeah, you can kind of see everything except for my face, which is totally fine. Okay, this time we did something a little different. Last year when we done the chicory root, we didn't dehydrate it, or anything like that. We just put it straight into the oven after we dug it up from our yard and roasted it that way. This year, Jeff dehydrated it first. Not dehydrated, freeze dried. Sorry, misspoke. Jeff freeze dried it first, and then I roasted it in the oven afterwards. I swear the house smelled like chocolate. It was insane. And so now I have got, the handy dandy old fashioned coffee grinder, and I am grinding it up. I want to see what the difference is in the look as far as last year's, because of how we did it compared to this year's. And it looks like this freeze-dried one is actually a little finer. I'm not so sure I necessarily like that. I may have to do something a little different here. But I don't know. I mean, we use the K-cup thingamabobber, or, oh my God, guys, if you could smell that. Wow. Oh, Brenda, hi. It smells like, coffee and chocolate. A mocha? Oh my goodness. And the scent is a lot stronger being freeze-dried. Now, in an SHTF situation, you'll want to do it like we did last year. You will want to take your raw roots, put them in the oven, and roast them and dry them in the oven. Do not get old roots, okay? Some of the roots that we dug up last year, I think, were a couple years old because you couldn't cut through them. They were rock hard. I mean, it would have taken a freaking chainsaw to cut through them, so we threw those away. But these, as you can tell, they're smaller around, they are, younger. We got them before they budded out the flowers, and so they're a heck of a lot more tender. But yeah, I am sitting here doing that now. But yeah, I am thinking, SHTF, dry them in an oven, or an outside oven, something like that. But they will take on this chocolate coffee-ish smell. And they smell amazing. I mean, oh my, and it tastes good too. It's just hard to believe, I mean, so many people, this is just a weed, Oh, Brenda, if you send me your address, I will send you a little bag, because I'm not sure if I've got your address or not. But if you email me your address, I'll mail you a little, sample bag of it. That way you can tell people that you've had it. But, I mean, literally, in the smell, no joke, mocha, chocolate and coffee. It is, yeah, it's awesome. I love it. No problem, darling. But, yeah, your arms get really tired after a while. I mean, I've got fancy grinders somewhere that hook up to my KitchenAid. Don't ask me where, because they're probably in the back of a cabinet somewhere. And in an SHTF situation, you may not have electricity. And so you're going to be using something like this anyway. You know, you may not have a stove to cook on or to dry and roast them on, but you can make a pizza oven out of clay, or make a fire in a Dutch pan, or make a fire under a Dutch pan and roast them like that. There's a zillion ways to do this in an SHTF situation. And if you run out of coffee, well, this would be a good substitute. It may not have caffeine in it. I honestly don't think it does. But you'll still get that flavor, that taste, and that's what you're going to crave in an SHTF situation, is you're going to crave, that taste, because that taste will make your mind think, it's waking you up. Whether it is or not, probably not, but this would be a good thing to hook a drill for, too. And just sit there and let it buzz. But yeah, I mean, oops. Let's see what we're looking like down here. Oh, yeah. Okay, I'm going to show you again. I really wish you guys could smell this. This is unreal. Wow. I did the same thing last year, and it just shocks me that something that just is a weed has this wonderful smell when you dry it and roast it, and it's just, wow. And this isn't something that I have on my Etsy store, but I'm seriously thinking about it. I mean, Jeff and I have coffee, and we've got some coffee in our stores, but this was kind of a seen it done, let's do it and try it type thing. And so last year we did it, and this year we had tons of chicory root growing out by where the camper sat, and so I was like, you know what, I'm not going to let those go to waste. And I didn't. I picked up a lot of them, or dug up a lot of them, and I had help. Chicory root grows very, very deep, and you will break it off. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. You will, because for a decent amount, you're going to need a lot of roots. And as I said, do not get the huge ones, because those are going to be hard, and those are, you're not going to be able to cut through them once they're dried. Well, even fresh, you won't be able to cut through them. Okay, Brenda, chicory, when it flowers out, it has little purple flowers on it. It grows tall and thin and spindly. I mean, it doesn't even have really any leaves. I mean, it just looks like tall and spindly, and then it has little, branches that come off here and there of it, and then it has, like a quarter size purple flower. Just, and each plant only has maybe 3, 4, 5 purple flowers on it. If I wasn't doing a live on my phone and I was doing one on StreamYard, I would switch over to Google and I'd do a search for you and show you what they look like. But I'm unfortunately just doing a quick live on my phone to explain what, chicory root is, what it smells like, what it tastes like, how it's dug. As I said, make sure if you dig it. Brenda, what state are you in? Because I'm just curious if it if it would grow, if it grows in your state. I know I've seen what state you are from probably a dozen times, but there are so many times that I forget who's where. Hi, squirrel. How you doing, darling? How's your magnet fishing going? If you need anything about chicory root, feel free to rewind this live and listen, because I've already explained stuff, and right now I am grinding and then showing you guys what I'm grinding the old-fashioned way. But that is chicory root when it is ground up. Good. Have you found anything extremely cool and interesting lately? I think it would be cool to magnet fish, you know, just a couple of times, just to say I've done it and see if I can find anything besides, you know, come on. And that's, there we go. Nope, nope. There we go. It's catching. Yeah. See, and some of them, even freeze-dried, are a tad bit hard. And so you want to make sure you've got some decent strength if you decide to do this. And a good arm and a good shoulder, because this gets hectic. Spikes. Wow. The railroad spikes would be kind of cool, kind of like, you know, what the heck are they doing way out here in the water? Okay, come on. Let's see what we're looking like. Hardly none. Well, I mean, yeah, there's some. You know, it's hard to believe that our grandmothers used to do this with, like, coffee beans and stuff, you know, back in the way back day, you know, where all you could buy was coffee beans. You know how many of them probably did this with chicory back in the Depression because they couldn't afford coffee? I'd be willing to bet you a lot more than we know. Hello, my table of three. How you doing, hon? But I'm going to do a quick show since there's several of you in here. Okay, this is the chicory root after it has been sliced, then freeze-dried, then roasted. You always want to slice it fresh. Oh, wow. That is insane, squirrel. What would they be doing in the water like that? Okay, gotta back it up because it isn't wanting to catch. There we go. Wow. I can only sit here and imagine the strength my grandma and my great-grandmother probably had in their arms. You know, I mean, think about it. They'd go out and they'd milk the cow all day. They would grind coffee beans, or during the Depression, chicory. You know, I mean, it's so much more. You know, doing the laundry by hand. And the inquisitive farm wife. Hello, hun. But yeah, look at this. I mean, this is, wow. I can only imagine that strength. But yeah, here it is again. Ground chicory, and it smells like chocolate and coffee. Mocha. That's the best way to describe it, is mocha. It smells like mocha. And if any of you guys would like a little bit of a sample of this, shoot me an email and I will send you a sample. because this is, I mean, it is really cool. Now, this year we freeze dried it, but last year we done it how, you know, you would normally do it. Rock, stone, and bowl. Oh, wow, Brenda. Were you like arrowhead hunting or something when you found those? You have a great 4th too, honey. I wonder if maybe they're like back in the old days, squirrel, if there didn't used to be like a railroad track through there and maybe it flooded or something. Hey J&J, how you doing? We are grinding chicory root out of chicory that I dug up in my yard not too long ago before it bloomed, because I didn't want it to go to waste. And I wanted to do it before it bloomed, because after it blooms, it's just, wow. Wow. That is so cool, Brenda. Like, I know normally when people find stuff like that around here, it's normally because they're hunting for arrowheads, which, I found a partial arrowhead out in our pasture the other day, but it was broke, so there we go. Lost it. But, wow. Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. You know, maybe there was like an old railroad or, you know, a mining track or something through there, and it just flooded at some point in time, and so they didn't use it. But, yeah, I think I like the freeze-dried method better than what we did last year, because it just, the smell to me was so much stronger when I was roasting, because it literally, the house smelled like chocolate. It was just like, wow, that is insane. And then you get the hint of like the chocolate, but you also get like a hint of coffee, and so it's really cool. But I mean, yeah, you know, as I said before, I could use. Hi Dee, how you doing, sweetheart? Can you imagine the strength that our grandmothers and great-grandmothers had to have in their arms to do this?
Ain't no doubt.
That is insane.
Strong people.
My arm is already getting tired, and I'm like...
My grandpa, I'll tell you, yeah, the strength just in his
Yeah. Yeah, my grandpa only spanked me one time when I was little, and that was because I got into his chew in the bathroom. He chewed Red Man. Oh yeah, I forgot about butter. Yeah, I forgot about all that. Well, we brew ours in our coffee pot. You know how it's got the coffee filters? You just put this in there like you would make in coffee, and, you know, turn your coffee maker on, you know, and just that way. You know, you can make single cups of it with the K-cup.
Where did you get it from?
Where did I get this thing?
Like, yeah, where did you get it from?
This coffee grinder, I've had it for a very long time.
Where did you get it?
I bought it when I worked at Salvation Army.
Oh, you got it at Salvation Army?
Yep, when I worked there.
Oh.
Yeah. I used to be the assistant manager at the Salvation Army School in Moberly, and I don't know. I mean, I guess people just weren't interested in something like this, and so it sat on the shelf forever and ever and ever. And finally, once the color came up and all that, I bought it.
This thing? This thing?
Oh, one thing I forgot is when you up, they are going to be covered in dirt and mud and
This one?
whatever.
Or this?
And so I have
This?
a dish brush that I use. You know, I'll put the root down in the sink and I'll hold on to it. And then I'll take the dish brush and I'll sit there and I'll scrub it and turn it and scrub it and turn it. And I flip it. And flip it and scrub it and turn it and scrub it and turn it. And then I do a final rinse and then I set it aside. And then I go on to the next one. And so, yeah, make sure you clean the roots really well. Because you don't want to be, you know, drinking dirt. But yes, squirrel, that is exactly what you are doing, and that is awesome, bud. That is awesome. You know, we definitely appreciate you doing that because it helps the environment, it helps the fish, you know, crawdads, frogs, you know, all that type of stuff. And so, yes, when you do your magnet fishing, you are helping. Oh, sorry about the light that's coming in through that door. I know it's kind of casting a weird light on this thing. Let's see what we're doing here. Oh, we're almost at overflow mark. Oh, did we? Nah, we're good. We're good. But, oh my gosh, guys, I wish you could smell that. Oh my Lord, that's like heaven. Oh, Jeffrey.
No good?
Yes.
Wow.
Doesn't that smell? Oh my goodness. Oh no, to me it smells like mocha. Dang it.
You know what Grandpa talked about chicory coffee?
Really?
My dad, I don't think he, I think it was before.
But this is what I've got so far. This is a quart bag. And that's what I've got so far. Let's see if I can bring it back where you guys can see the entire bag. I know, it's that light shining in through the back door. We've got the shade pulled on it, but you guys know sunlight. Yeah, maybe it'll kind of counteract the light behind me. Just a little. Sorry, gotta make my arm.
Working in the dark like a
But yeah, I mean, I wish you, oh gosh, you know, who was it? Beth, Jason's wife, said that she wished that, you know, well, and Jason, I think they both said that they wished that, you know, we had smell-o-vision and taste-o-vision. Yeah, Dakota came down earlier and told me that the FAA or something like that has approved a flying car. I'm like, what? There's not even any flying cars out there. Well, that we know of. Oh, testing of flying cars. Okay. But, on a more serious note, guys, I have cousins in Belgium, and if you guys could send up some prayers for them, I would highly appreciate it because I can't get a hold of them. I heard that social media is completely down over in France and in those areas, and so, yeah, I'm a little concerned, and so. Awesome, squirrel. Hey, Rebecca. I got bored, Rebecca. No, actually, I've been meaning to do this for a few days. Because I roasted this stuff. It was either yesterday or the day before yesterday, and I just had it sitting on the counter, and I'm like, oh, I'll get to that. I'll get to that. But yeah, you know how that works. You get to a million other things. But yeah, man. Whew. Now go ahead and dump it, and I'll show you guys once again. There it is. My arms are tired. I mean, no joke. This is insane. But anyway, I'm not done yet because I just tad. But this is that quart bag. And this is what I've got. There's a lot more chicory out there. I mean, I could have dug to my little heart's content, and I might next time. I don't know. But, gotta move it around because it's not catching. Come on. Yeah, I guess this is kind of the bad thing of what our ancestors had to go through too, huh? Didn't catch. There it is. But yeah, as I said, we go out before the chicory blooms with a shovel, and if your yard is rock hard like ours is slash was, make sure you have a couple of very strong men to dig them up for you, because I dug up a lot of them by myself, and then it just kind of got, man, I was just tuckered out. And so Jeff and Dakota came out and kind of dug up a few for me here and there. And so, and then I brung them in and I washed them off and scrubbed them really well. And then I sliced them up. And then Jeff put them in the freeze dryer. And then I put them in the oven and roasted them. And now I'm grinding them. But yeah, man. Holy cow. I tell you, right now, I have a lot more appreciation for my great-grandmother. Holy cow. Okay, let's look and see. Oh, not very much. Probably because it wasn't catching. It's catching now. Holy cow. Wow. But before they get grind up, I'm going to show you guys again some of them. This is kind of what it looks like after you slice it and then freeze dry it and then roast it. And if you want your house to smell like chocolate, here you go. This works. Catch one. Oh, okay. Here. We're going to use the belly. Nope, that ain't going to work. It's just my hands getting tired. Yeah. I wonder if that could be done. When it's fresh, slice it and grind it up, and then freeze dry it, and then roast it when it's fresh cut. You would have to slice it though, because that's going to be the way to tell if it's fresh or... No, honey, chicory is a root. You know what? I'm going to take them outside and I'm going to I'm sweating. I'm sorry. But yeah, honestly, you guys may not even realize what chicory is, and you could have it growing outside your front door. Let's see. Oh, here's some right here. Let me switch you around. Let me find the button to switch you around. Okay, here it is. Maybe. There we go. Okay. Outside my front door. But yeah, that's chicory. You know, I mean, Jeff mowed, but it has those that'll have a little purple flower on it. Let me see if I can find any of them that has purple flowers on it yet. Like, here's a ton. I mean, look at how that huge. It's just, yeah. Well, these had purple flowers on it, but they're, in a way, that's chicory, guys. And, yeah, you just dig up the roots and scrub them and clean them really well. Really, really well. And, but, yeah. Here's some more chicory right here. And it's just right, literally right outside my front door. You know, because, I mean, boop, there's my door. There's a chicory. But here's my roses. I don't know if you guys have ever seen the true colors of them, but that's this one. I don't have a good... Whoa! Oh, Japanese beetle. Whoa! The yellow ones are dying off. But, and then here's my other one. Aren't those pretty? But my yellow ones are usually a really bright yellow. Oh, the petal fell. I'm not seeing them. I think they're staying underneath the gazebo now. Oh, holy crap. Speaking of chicory. Duh! I didn't even realize that's what I was looking at. Holy cow. Guys, blonde moment. Major blonde moment. All of this. Mind you, you see how full these are? That tells me that these are not 1-year plants. That tells me that the roots on these would be extremely... Shut up! I wasn't talking to you. The roots on these would be extremely thick and extremely hard to cut through. But if you look right here, wild lettuce. I've got a lot of it growing. These aren't bloomed out, but you can see the purple in them. Oh, this one here is getting ready to bloom out. Let's see. Can you concentrate on it? But yeah, there's tons of chicory over here. Tons of wild lettuce too. Holy, oh, that one's gone. Let's see how it, where are you guys compared to it? There. Yeah, that wild lettuce is gone. Completely gone. It's just, yep, and that one over there underneath the awning, it's gone too. They've got seeds and kind of hanging off of them, so I can't pick them up or dig them up or pull them up or anything. But there's a little tree. Oak tree, I think. I'm not good with trees. Jeff is good with trees. I'm not good with trees. I'm good with plants. But, oh, man. Whew. It's supposed to be in the low 90s today out here. That's while I was working inside. But I'm still sweating my butt off inside. And one of these days, I'm going to get this door painted red. I love you so much, Hunter. Isn't that adorable? I just walked in and he just loves the mama. Let's see if I can put you guys back where you was. There you go. Dakota is making some crock pot lasagna tonight for supper. And it's going right here beside me. And it smells so good. But we're almost full. But okay. You're welcome, hon. But that is what chicory is. That is what is giving me this chocolate and coffee smell right now. Oh my goodness. Oh. But I already told Brenda that if she sends me her address, I will send her a sampling of this. And so if you guys want a sample of it, send me your address and I'll send you a sample of it. It'll just be, you know, like a small 1 or 2 servings. But this is insane. Hey, Pathways, how you all doing? Wow. Man. Oh, holy cow. How's your house going? Oh, as I said, send me your address. Email me your address, and I'll send you a small bag of this. I know, honey, I know. We've got a project house in Moberly that we have owned for a couple of years, and the only 2 people that have been working on it is me and Jeff. Every now and then, once in a blue moon, you'll have somebody stop by and work on it for 2 or 3 hours if we're lucky, and then that'll be it. And so, but we're gonna do a rent to own to our son because he is almost 30 years old and has a son, and he needs to grow up and pay bills and be an adult. And so we've got to get the house done first, which, I mean, honestly, we're really not that far from being done with it. It's just Jeff and I are so sick of looking at it that it is hard for us to come up with the gumption to just go over there and work on it, you know, because it was just him and I working on it for so long, and it's just, yeah, we just got sick and tired of looking at it. You know, it's so much nicer just to come home and be in our house. Mind you, our house ain't done either, because I still currently have 2 different kitchen cabinets, but it'll get done. I know it will. I know. And when we first started that house, it was like everything that could go wrong went wrong. I mean, oh, we had to rebuild the entire front of that house because when I went outside to tear off the white siding, inside studs came with it because it was so rotted, which the white siding was hiding all of that. The paneling inside was hiding all of that. And so we didn't know that until I started taking the white siding off and studs were coming with. So, yeah, there was just so much. I mean, that wasn't even the only thing. We took down a wall in the hallway and found out that there had been a fire in the house because the studs were charred. The bathroom floor was completely rotted, so we had to take to the basement studs, and he had to redo the entire stud floor. And I mean, it's just, oh gosh, I feel for you guys. I totally do. Yeah, been there, done that. I know what you're getting ready to do. He had to take the floor underneath the kitchen sink down to the basement floor joists because It was rotted. Um, all the windows had to be replaced. We found out that the house had termites, and so we had to pay almost $2,000 to treat that. The fence, or a huge branch on one of the trees fell during the winter, smashed the neighbor's fence, and come to find out the tree was completely hollow. So we had to pay almost $2,000 to have that tree taken down because it was in city limits. There were power lines underneath it. It was just nuts. I mean, totally nuts. But, I mean, it's just so much. I mean, yeah, it was insane. And so I am glad that we are on the finishing run of it, where we're just doing, yeah, literally, yeah, yep. But as I said, we are on the finishing run of it. We are down to, finishing up the paint, and I'm hoping so. And I'm hoping it'll teach him some life skills too about how to do things on his own. How to paint a fence, how to paint a deck, how to take care of his yard. How to grow a garden if he, just stuff like that. Because nowadays, they don't teach that type of stuff anymore. They have to learn it from us. And if you're like me, I was kind of messed up there when I was younger and had him. And I wasn't like into drugs or anything like that. It's just I was young and stupid and kind of cared more about my relationship with their father and keeping it together than, showing them life skills. And so, as I said, young and stupid. And now I'm older and I've got Hunter, and, yeah, he's ADHD and autistic, but, oh, I'm glad you did too. But, he loves gardening, Hunter just, yeah. When his counselor is here and he won't talk to her, all she has to do is ask him about the garden, and he just pipes up and starts talking. And so, but let me check our box. Oh, it's not full, but it's enough to dump. But look at that. I wish you could smell this. When I sit here and I say that it smells like chocolate and coffee, like mocha, I am not joking. It seriously does. But yeah, as I said, anybody that wants a sample of this, email me your address, and I've got my little tea bags upstairs that I normally use for like my tea samples, and I'll send you guys a sample of it. I have no problems doing that at all. Just if I run out, don't expect me to go out and get more. You harvest chicory right before it blossoms. So right now, if you go outside and you find some that isn't blossoming, or it's just maybe starting to put on buds, dig it. But I'm warning you, if second year plants will have thick roots that will more than likely be unusable. They will be so hard that you cannot slice them. And so it will be better to find younger plants that, would have, the thinner roots, softer roots, more, easy to chop through. But then after you dig them up, you'll want to, oh, that sucks. But after you dig them up, you will want to take a scrub brush and brush all the dirt off. Yes, right before they bloom. And once you scrub all the dirt off, you'll then slice them. And after you slice them, you can roast them and dry them at the same time in the oven. Or like this year, we freeze dried them, and then I roasted them, and then now I'm grinding them. But I think it was the Inquisitive Farm Wife said earlier that she wondered if maybe you can grind them up when they're still soft, right after you wash them. If maybe you can't grind them up then, and then roast them and dry them. Yes, just like dandelion. You dig the root up before it blooms. But yeah, when you roast it, your house will smell like chocolate. It's awesome. And I'm trying to stop I'm trying to talk when I don't grind. That way you guys can kind of, hear me better, because I know when I'm grinding, there's that grind noise from this thing, and so, yeah. But there are fancy grinders and stuff out there that, you can hook to your KitchenAid or whatnot and do it that way. It's just, I've got this downstairs, and I've got a grinder, fancy grinder somewhere. It's just, I don't know. It's just easier to do it this way because it comes out, small, and you can adjust this to the grind that you want on it. If you want fine or, coarse or whatever, you can adjust it with, this. And so, gotta open a popsicle. Yes, dear. One thing I really wish Jeff would have showed you guys this year is his, Mommy gets the first taste. That's the rule of cutting it open, right? If you have kids, you know that rule. Gotta make sure it's okay, right? Good, hon. I hope you do. Mind you, as I said, I do not have any fresh dug up right now, but because this was it. I could have, as you guys seen, there was so much out there. I could have dug it up and been digging up chicory clear up until it all bloomed and blossomed. And but, we dug this up. It was about a week and a half ago, and maybe a week ago. I don't know. And if you can't get to it right away, it is okay to put it in the refrigerator for a couple of days. Because that's actually what I had to do. We had a couple of other things going on that we had to take care of. But, yeah, Mr. Jeffrey grew tobacco this year. And that's one thing I really wish he would have kind of showed you guys, is some of the steps and stuff. I know in my gardening videos, hey Jerry, I know in my gardening videos, I did tell you guys, the plants up there was, Jeff's tobacco, but you should have seen how it grew and how big it is and how big some of those leaves got. And I mean, it is insane. But we'll save some of the seeds off of it, and he'll replant next year. Other seeds I can put on my Etsy store. And hello, one day at a time. How you doing? Hi, Jerry. How you doing, honey? But yeah, I've been showing everybody how to grind up chicory and giving you guys details, of how to do it and when to do it. And okay, come on, get in there. It's just at that last bit point, you know, to where it's not wanting to catch. And oh, Teddy's loving on his daddy.
Such a good boy.
Oh, he's a good boy now that he's clean.
Yeah, he smells good.
I used Dakota's Axe shampoo on him because he stunk so bad. He went out and rolled in cow poo-poo. And normally I would be nice and I would use a dog shampoo on him, you know. But, oh my gosh, he stunk. He stunk. And I'm like, oh no. You know, mind you, this is the dog that sleeps with us. And I'm like, oh no, this ain't gonna, nope. I don't think dog shampoo is strong enough for this one. So, yeah, I gave him a shower upstairs with the sprayer and used Dakota's Axe shampoo because it needed something strong. Yeah, it is hot. Let's see. Right now, it is 90 degrees exactly out there. Okay, hon. But the good thing is what time is it? Okay, it is 5:25, and so now is kind of the cool down time where, you know, it's going to start cooling down probably within the hour. And so, come on. This is the part I hate because I'm down to like the literal nitty gritty. Oh, where's the camera? There. Can you see that? Yeah, I think you can. But yeah, I'm down to like the very bottom, and so yeah. Oh, come on. There it goes. I'm sorry. I'm trying to... What is going on? Oh, I zoomed in. Hold on. I think I did. Okay, it's done now, I think. Okay. Okay, Jerry. What is it doing? It is zooming in on its own.
Zooming in on its own.
Yes. The thing is like zooming in. I mean, they're like getting an extreme close up here. I'm trying to zoom it out. There it goes. Oh, stay. Okay. I'm going to set you guys here because I think maybe the utensil that I was holding you guys up with was touching the screen. And that might have been what was causing it. But I can still show you guys. And I'm pressing in. Hope I don't grind my finger. God, that would be horrible. Grind your finger on live. But you know what? I'm sure people have done some pretty horrible things online. See, the good thing about making a video and being able to edit and cut things out, you know, is that if you do something stupid like that, you can cut it out and nobody will be the wiser. Unless you're like me and you're cleaning out a red shed and you have a block behind your foot and you trip and fall over the block. And then you decide to go ahead and leave that in the video because people need to see what real life is like. And that I can be a klutz. And I did not realize that there was a cement block right behind me. Come on, come on, go, 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 down. It kind of gets to a part where it's really tough to grind because as you're turning, it's just kind of pushing the things up and not And so I'm sitting here, I'm trying to push them down in there but it's not working. Come on. I'm trying not to grind my fingers off in the process, right? But anyway, you guys have sat here and seen me grind up almost. See? Look at that. It's so loose. But it smells amazing. This is just, it's awesome, guys. It is so awesome. And this, oh, the smell. I mean, it's a lot of work doing it this way. But, I mean, you could do it, I mean, so much easier with, you know, any other type of grinder. Heck, even a hamburger grinder. You know, I mean, just any other type of grinder would probably work better. Honey, why won't this go down? I can't get those down.
Well,
Okay.
dump them out on the back. You got some in the tray? You don't want to...
I just dumped the tray.
Oh, okay. Chop them up in smaller pieces. I think that's the problem. These bigger
Okay, Jeff's
pieces
here.
don't
He's
wanna go-
helping me now.
They don't want to go down. You got to cut them up a little smaller.
They're not wanting to go down, and so he says you got to chop them up a little smaller. And so he's got the knife out and is chopping these up into smaller pieces. Thank you, hon. This one here I got from Salvation Army when I worked there years ago. And yeah, little cute little rose design. The rose design goes all the way around.
Ooh.
That one
Harder
tough.
pieces may not. They ain't very good. Some of these are horrible.
There's been a couple of them, but
Yeah.
it's just part of the route. Had to get the man's help.
Yeah. You can do fine without me.
I know, darling.
That's right.
Okay. So, Jeffrey
Damn, do
chopped
you want
them.
this on high?
I don't know, honey. You'll have to ask him.
No.
Okay, so Jeffrey chopped them up into smaller pieces so they would fit. Oh, yeah. That works. Oh, yeah. There we go. They're going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. You're doing good. Do it. Mad respect for your great grandma. Mad respect. Holy cow, guys. Come on. It's just that one little piece and it's not wanting to do it. And okay. Get off any little stragglers that might be stuck on the wood inside, because this ceramic piece is sitting on a wood piece, and so sometimes that wood piece will catch a couple of roots. Oh, yeah, there is some in there. Let's see. There's one. precarious spot. Okay, I think I got it. Oh, there's another one. Oh, there's lots of them on this side. But yeah, that's the only thing I don't like about this one here is that it's got that ridge inside, in between the wood and then the ceramic part. But, I mean, other than that, it's beautiful and it works. And that's what I like. I can't get that other one, so. Let's see if I can't. Yep, I got some more falling in. That wood ridge, I'm thinking that might be deeper than what I'm thinking it should be. Because I'm getting like a lot of stuff out from it. Well, I mean, you guys can hear it, I'm sure. Because like right now it's empty. Let me see what we got going on here. Just in case I overdid it. Oh, nope. Yeah, see, this is the stuff that's falling out from that. I think falling out from that ridge. Yeah, there's some more pieces. Okay. And so the stuff that I just ground up, that stuff there, I'm going to go ahead and put it in our bag. Then I'm going to put this back in here. And I'm going to put all of this into the center of this plate. And I'm going to try to direct it right down into the hole, preferably not near the wood. He's snoring, guys. Yeah, there we go. Let's see. Yep, it got her. Okay. Do a shake and kind of clean this thing out a little bit. I'm not going to worry about putting any of this stuff back in here. Just gonna get stuff cleaned out. And then I'll get a rag and I'll wipe the part out. What, honey?
I was just watching the video.
Oh, okay. So, guys, that is how you grind chicory. But, as I said, I gave you guys all the details that you will need to do this yourself, from digging it up, and scrubbing it, and all that good stuff. So, with the roots that I did, this is our final take. What, a quarter? Probably a quarter of the bag? Or a third? Maybe a third of the bag. I don't know. It's somewhere between a third and a quarter. But, oh my gosh, guys. The smell. I seriously, I wish you could smell this. Oh my gosh. Mocha. Mocha. That is the only thing I can think of is mocha. best expresses the smell. But anyway, I am going to go ahead and get off of here because now that I have this done, I've got products I've got to work on upstairs, and I've got to get another order ready to send out. So anyway, everyone, stay curious, stay kind, and stay subscribed. See, if this wasn't a live, I could have edited that out and you guys wouldn't have even known. But anyway, I love you guys. You guys are much appreciated. Take care.